Hi friends, today we are going to solve between two sets problem from the implementation of the algorithms. The given problem statement is there are two arrays of integer. Determine all the integers that satisfy the following two conditions. The element of the first array are all factors of integer being considered. The integer being considered is a factor of all elements of the second array. These numbers are referred to as being between two arrays. Determine how many such numbers exist. So we have to find values. There will be two arrays provided. So the values that to be are considered, that those should be a multiple. The first array, elements of the first array are the factors being considered. So basically that value should be divisible by all the values of the list A. Similarly, that value should divide all the values of all the elements in the second array. So it's just the opposite of it. So we could write it. Let's first create a variable count to count the number. Count equal to 0. We could also look at few examples. As you could see here, 2, 3 and 2, 4 and 16, 32, 96. So as you could see, 2 and 4 divided evenly, whatever number to be considered should be greater than equal to 4 and should be less than or equal to 16, the smallest number of the second array and the largest number of that first array, because otherwise those two conditions won't be satisfied. And once you have got that, so there will be four values present here, 4, 8, 12 and 16, which would be which 2 and 4 would evenly divide, and 4, 8 and 16 would evenly divide all the values of 16, 32 and 96. That means 12 is not dividing it, so only three numbers are present. So at first the count value is 0, we'll be looping it. These implementation problems are a bit tricky. I never thought that this would be a bit trickier, but honestly I've solved so many problems, but for me I'm facing just some more time. Generally I'm able to solve this type of problems in 5 minutes, but here I have to read the problem statement very carefully because these problems are a bit complex. So we are creating an inclusive range which would be taking the maximum of A, maximum value of the list A and minimum value of the list B. And as it would be inclusive range, so you're looping it till from max A to min B plus 1, because we have to consider the minimum value also. Then we'll be creating a flag equal to true. Now a loop for each in A if I percentage each not equal to 0. So we'll be checking it. So if you're able to find any instances in which at the first level, at the first for loop, for each loop, so if you're able to find any value which is not getting divided which is not been able, any value in the list A which is not able to divide, means which is not a multiple, means how to say it, which percentage which should be providing a remainder not equal to 0, then automatically means is that value of I is not a multiple of that value in that list. So we'll be breaking that. Similarly, we'll be doing the same thing for the value of b. If we are checking if I can when I is it getting evenly divisible by each is getting evenly divisible by I, which would provide us a remainder of 0. If it's not able to provide us a remainder of 0, we'll be setting flag as false and we'll be breaking the loop. So if flag is true, then we'll be increasing count value by +1, and after that we'll be returning our count. Let's run the code. There's some problem with my Wi-Fi. Just let me connect to my mobile internet. Just a moment. Now let's run the code again. As you could see, it passed all the public test cases properly. Now let's submit the code. It passed all the public and private test cases successfully, and our code is submitted properly. So as always, I keep on saying, if you have a better approach of solving the problem, please comment below. Send me your feedbacks on the video that I'm creating so that I could improve on this in the next time if the sound is not proper, or if you think that there would be a better way of explaining the same problem, please comment below so that I could improve upon on the next video. And as I keep on saying, I'm on a journey of solving all the problems in the HackerRank. So please support me, please watch my videos, send me your feedbacks. Your feedbacks are really valuable. And as always, thanks for watching and stay tuned.